Man, the insults these guys throw at you are kind of funny. Something you should probably you know, copy that and use it in as a response for people insult you online. It would be really funky. Oh, you're grinding Gornik. No, Gornit. That's the name. Anyway, that's cool. That is cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks a whole lot for your help. It just means that I will have to go into Najena at some point and at some level. Start. Well, that was the plan anyway. To go and do a whole lot of grinding in Najena to try and get at least one of those items. Would be perfect to get the shovel, but I can always just buy the shovel. I should have the plat for it. Man, my bags are starting to get full. It needs to get dark soon so I can sell the stuff to the vendor behind the building again. Lady, I have way more rusty longswords for you. Don't ask where they are coming from. Yeah, the some of the magicians I think are solos. I think, but what I was thinking of doing is the room with the 3 skeletons, which are all single poles. I think those are like 22 or 23. Essentially, I think they are level 20. But basically want like level 22 before start really hunting them. I think they're level 20 or 22, somewhere around there. But yeah, what I think I will do at level 18 or so is to actually go to over there, simply because I haven't been there forever. So do a few levels in over there and then wander off and try Najena. No, I believe they drop off the skeletons as well. Let me double check that. That's actually a very yeah, they drop off the Darkbound skeleton. At least according to the wiki it does. So if I do like 3-4 levels in there, I should be able to get the shovel and maybe some of the others as well. At least I hope I can get the shovel. And if not, then I can just do more levels there. Najena is fun place anyway. I leveled my cleric from 11 to 15, I think 15, at the skeletons in the Najena entrance. Very nice place for a cleric leveling. But yeah, I might actually have this level 18 by the time I finish this stream, because I'm gonna live stream in another hour and a half, something along those lines. Then it's time to make lunch and go do some other things. Oh, the TLP, yeah. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I am sure Najina will be full, holy moly. I haven't actually played live EverQuest, as in the current live EverQuest, at all. At all, I somehow never got into that. What MMORPGs I've played, like yeah, I did play WoW Classic a little bit when that originally came out, but that didn't last too much. And I played the start of the Season of Discovery as well for a little bit. But more being stuff like, what would I say, like Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, another thing which could be considered an MMORPG, possibly, depending on how much you want to stretch that term. I played a bunch of Lost Ark, and that thing was new. Elder Scrolls Online. What? Oh. Interrupted myself. Alright, lady. Come on over here. Destiny 2, huh? Yeah, I played that on its release and didn't play it, like, after the release. Like, I played it with a couple of friends on the release and for like a few months. That's about it. I do hear, though, that the latest expansion is really stupidly good. But I don't really have an interest in Destiny 2 anyway, so... I tend to play, like, on the multiplayer front, I tend to jump to not necessarily the newest thing, but something which interests me. For example, Chivalry 2, when that finally came over to Steam, I have played that now for a long time, and I really enjoyed that. The multiplayer is an absolute chaos, and it is hilarious fun, and also very skill-based game. So I like it. I like it a lot, quite a bit. It does have some of its issues showing, so there is that. Did a little bit of jump back to World of Tanks. Like that's a game I occasionally like jump back to like every couple of years and play for a few months, and then get really annoyed at it and stop playing. But yeah, that's another one of those titles. It's an old game as well. Yeah, microtransactions. Yeah. For me, the part of the issue is that they keep redoing all the things. So it's like every time I go back, I'm like, wait, how does this work now? And I guess they kind of have to keep doing that to try and keep people interested and whatnot for the long term. But what the main reason I hopped back on World of Tanks is that I needed a game where I could like play for like 20 minutes after work, basically. Because I was stupidly busy, and I was like, okay, I need something to relax, something to make occasional YouTube video out of, and so on. So I was like, well, this is good for that. I'm done for the workday. I played a couple of rounds of this, and then go do whatever else I needed to do for the day. So it's definitely good for that. Here my Here, when I log this magician in, my preparation alone takes like 5 minutes. Because I summon a bunch of bags, I summon this pet, I buff myself, so on, and then I meditate back to mana, and then I start doing stuff. Oh, alright. Well, glad you're still getting some entertainment out of the World of Tanks, even if not playing, and I don't think I will be playing it much further myself, because now I actually have some free time again. To do other things. I have my Infinity Army all painted up and whatnot, so I have a little bit of time to... Well, before tournaments next month and so on. What are my bags? Okay, not entirely full yet. Get rid of these things again. Yeah, I'm definitely getting this level before I'm done with this live stream today. Just fantastic. Then I can try and before I do another live stream of this magician, I can try and prep this, get this lady all done and into over there, and then just live stream from over there. That will be nice. Guard is coming back. Hi there, guard. Get over here. Alright, come on, get the root in. Thank you. Pull this one as well. That's a nice instant root. Speaking of old games, something I have been really considering right now, as I mentioned of picking up the X-Defiant thing. Defiant, whatever. Tom Clancy's XD. Man, whatever they did that with that name was like kind of silly. Anyway, was to actually reinstall and play the one shooter which I have, which I have put in a bunch of hours in as well. One of the, I would say, 3 shooters I put in a whole lot of hours in. PlanetSide 2. I haven't played that in a long time, but I was like, hey, that thing is still running, and they have made changes there. That could be kind of fun to try again. Yes, for me the three shooters, you know, Tribes 2 and both PlanetSide 1 and PlanetSide 2. Those were the ones I had. Those were the three shooters I have actually put some proper hours in. I have played some other shooters, like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, so on. But I haven't really put in a lot of hours into any of those titles. I suppose I should do self-promotion and remind people to, if you're enjoying this kind of rambling I have been doing here for a last hour or whatever, hit that follow button so that you know when I come online to ramble about random things. It's on Daybreak All Access now? Alright, that's interesting. Very interesting. I will definitely look into that again, because I used to, like, in original PlanetSide, that's a funky little story I can tell for here, out of fun amusement while I'm waiting for spawns anyway. The name of my main YouTube channel, Silrace, and I use Silra here, and so on, that actually comes from original PlanetSide. Because in the first PlanetSide, which they changed for PlanetSide 2, the driver of the main battle tanks was not the one controlling the actual turret gun. So you had a driver and you had the gunner as a separate dude. And basically, most of my time playing the original PlanetSide, I was a driver for the Prowler tank. And part reason for that is we had a really awesome fella playing with us who only had one arm. So basically all he could do was use mouse. So I would drive for him all the damn time, and he would be happy to play the gunner. And he kept calling me Ace for whatever reason that I never ever figured out. So when I made the YouTube channel, I just I took the name I used, Silra, and add the, CE to the end, so it became Silrace. That's where that name came from. But yeah, they changed that for PlanetSide 2, so the driver is the main gunner as well. Yeah, I agree. I think they made it a little bit more friendly for solo play by allowing the main tank driver to be the turret gunner at the same time. You still have the top gun to, for a second person to sit in and use the other, essentially secondary weapon. But I honestly think they should have still split it so that you have a driver and a proper main gunner. I completely and utterly agree with that. But they did, over time, they did that with the... What the heck is it called now? The four-wheeler they added later on down the line, where you have a separate driver and a gunner. But it's not a tank, it's a four-wheeler. So... As for the whole GRU thing, I don't think so. I don't think it needed a whole GRU. Partially because the game is so much like the game so much relies on infantry and people actually like being boots on the ground. Because vehicle play is a lot of fun and I enjoy it. Like I enjoy it in PlanetSide. That's the thing I did in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 as well. I just drove the vehicles and played around with the tanks. However, in PlanetSide, none of the vehicles, like all the capture points, are indoors. So you cannot capture points or bases, as in points and bases, using vehicles. The vehicles make very good support, but you need people on the ground getting onto the objectives as well. And for like full crew vehicles, you do have the actual like gunboats. Galaxy Galaxy is a big transport thing where you can have what 12 people at once. So you can fly. People fly galaxies around just to transport people around, and so on, or used to. These days, it's basically teleport into the action. But there is the actual gunship where you have a pilot and 2 separate gunners, which is where you get the whole real crew action. But yeah, I am very likely going to. I don't know if I will ever live stream it, but I will probably install PlanetSide 2 at some point and play it, because it. I mean, first month of play, I assume I'm going to get absolutely just purely and absolutely destroyed by everybody, because I haven't played for a long time, and so I just, you know, people are going to be much better than I am at the game, so I'm just going to get absolutely destroyed, which is fine. Completely and utterly fine. But thankfully there are enough various support roles to play, like engineer for repairs and whatchamacallit, medic for healing and so on, that you can, even as a player whose aim is going to suck and, you know, so on, there is a lot of stuff you can do. So yeah, definitely gonna reinstall that and have some fun with it. That might actually be that might be a consideration. Maybe I'll consider live streaming it. However, one of the reasons I really enjoy live streaming EverQuest as the main live stream game is that this is slow enough paced that I can, you know, interact easily with folks who stop by to talk. Whereas a shooter game is a little different on that intensity and focus requirement. But yeah, I do recommend, if you're already checking out the TLP and everything and you have access to PlanetSide 2, give it a view. Give it a look. It can be a little confusing. I don't think that it has a very good tutorial style and so on, but it can be a whole lot of fun. I was shooter-wise, because I did mention that I spent a whole lot of time on Tribes 2. Not so much on the first Tribes, but Tribes 2. And then some in Tribes Ascend, but I didn't really like that. There is a Tribes 3 right now in some sort of beta. I don't know if it's open beta yet, or if is it closed beta or whatever. And I probably want to take a look at that. Because what I miss so much about when it comes to shooters, PlanetSide 2 does this somewhat the same way. somewhat, where your kill-death ratio is kind of meaningless because you are essentially have an instant respawn, depending obviously on where all you can respawn, depends on whether you have deployed Sunderers for respawn points and so on, or if you control the base and you're trying to defend it, so on. But you basically have instant respawns. So essentially dying doesn't matter quite so much. And in Tribes, because it's a capture the flag based game, where you're at least in the first Tribes games, Tribes 1, 2, and Tribes Ascend, your deaths were not even shown on the scoreboard. Because the idea is that somebody steals your flag, you have a button to commit suicide to get back to your base essentially instantly to help defend. And so on. So like the game was basically on the idea that you go from one end to the other, and also this whole skiing thing is a whole lot of fun. Because air battles get hilarious when you go 500 kilometers an hour fly across the map. So I like Tribes a lot from the movement aspect and the fact that it was essentially purely capture the flag. No, granted there was other modes, but that was the main mode, and the idea was like your deaths are meaningless. You're supposed to play the flag, play the actual objective. Because this is sort of, I don't know if it's because I am not a Call of Duty player. I have in my life I think I have played Call of Duty like twice, something along those lines. I think I have played like 2 different Call of Duty games over my life because I'm not a big console player. I've never been the console games I've played have basically been like Final Fantasy sort of stuff. But I think I don't know if it's like modern Call of Duty mindset or whatnot, but when I play Tom Clancy's XD, as in X Defiant, X Defiant, whatever, I play the objective-based modes, I can tell that people don't exactly really care about the objective. They just run around the map, treating it as a essentially team deathmatch. Which is occasionally a little annoying and a little weird. Basically, for myself, who my shooters have been like the objective-based ones. You have 60% mana, should be enough for you. Come over here. At least no resist, so. Yeah, you can. I know you can play with a mouse and keyboard, but that would also require me to actually buy the damn console. I have not had a console since PlayStation 3, actually. And since yeah, don't have one either. Okay, yeah. I mean, since for me, I have a stupidly powerful PC because I mostly play PC games anyway. So I've never really seen the reason to try and get a console. Wizard room. Oh, right, it's nighttime. We can clear out bags. Heck yeah, I'm almost level 18. Awesome. You, lady. We have stuff for you. If I didn't have these weight, like 100% weight reduction bags, I wouldn't even be picking up these long swords. Okay, so now I have a long mana recovery timer here. But yeah, I will definitely hit this level up before I end this live stream. I might stay here a little past level 18, or then at that point I will might actually be a decent idea to check how much XP I get out of these guys at level 18, and get a little bit of XP into level 18. So if I end up dying and over there, I don't lose the level. Might probably be the smart thing to do. Okay, so I'm looking at the shovel drop, and well, the other ones as well. And the magicians do have a much, apparently, at least according to Wiki, much higher chance of dropping it than the skeleton does. And the skeletons do. But if I remember right, there's a room with the... I might actually, while I'm mana up here anyway, I might just actually look into the map of Najena. I seem to remember there was a nice room with like three separate skeletons that you can pull one at a time. Well, that's interesting. Somebody's actually selling stuff here. Chip bone color could be nice, but I don't have the... I'm not carrying the cash with me for it anyway. Split bow hide stuff. Oh, polished granite tomahawk. That is a funky weapon. Alakar strength. Okay, so let's have a look here. Yeah, I think it's kind of near the... It was kind of near the entrance. Oh, I'll have to look. Yeah, we'll have to look. Okay, cool. I have basically full mana. Yeah, you're right. The Daybreak has a whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff since they stopped being Sony Online Entertainment, became Daybreak. But yeah, they do have the D&D Online and Lord of the Rings Online and so on. Used to play Lord of the Rings Online way back as well with a few friends. Way back when. I didn't know EverQuest 2 was running anymore though. That thing had the, well, very large problem of being released like 2 weeks before World of Warcraft released. So it kind of died on the release. New progression server for it? Alright. Well then. That is interesting. Alright. I'm just talking to the person selling the cheap bone color. Get the bone color and the polished granite tomahawk off him for cheap. That's pretty cool. Kind of want to I know for a fact that I want to make the high elf paladin or so at some point, so getting a nice cheap starter weapon seems pretty nice. Oh yeah, I actually am past level 16. I can put this thing here already, but I don't have the components to summon it. Well, that's fine. It's completely and utterly fine. Out of curiosity, how... Yeah, seems about right. The over there is just full of high-level people. Seems about correct. Let's buff you up. Sisters. As in the Sisters Isle, the Erolisi Sisters. I think those are like level 13 max? I think they're like level 9 to level 13 range. I was grinding them at like level 14 for a little bit. Because the belts they drop sell for 1 plat each. So. And also, just a fair warning, remember that you will screw over your own favor factions if you are grinding them as a as a Wood Elf Druid. But for the Dark Elf Magician, they were nice way to gain some platinum along the way. Belts vendor for 1, a little over 1 plat. It's a 1.5 plat if memory serves each. So